I thought I'll be able to complete it. It was just the last minute left. So we'll just take a minute to close what I was saying. So this is what we saw now, that whenever the marginal would increase, now pay attention to this, whenever the marginal would increase, the average would increase gradually and the total will increase at an increasing rate. I hope by now you've understood this relationship. Then when marginal would slightly try to be constant, the total will increase at a constant rate, and the average might, if it is lower, it might try to balance, go slightly up. Then the marginal starts declining, the average would decline gradually, and the total will increase at a decreasing rate. When marginal will become 0, let's say this is the point 0, the total will become constant and at its highest point. And when marginal declines to negative terms, the total will decline and so will the average. But remember that these values, if this was the 0 and this was the origin, this is how it would behave. So this is the first stage which I discussed, where all three values are increasing and the total is increasing at increasing rate. Then the marginal becomes constant, and so you find total increases at a constant rate. When the marginal declines, the average also declines, but the total continues to rise at a constant rate. Whenever marginal becomes 0, the total becomes constant at its maximum point, and whenever marginal becomes negative, the total starts declining. So this is the relationship between marginal, average and total, which I am trying to explain you through numbers, through tables and through graphs. If you have been able to understand this relationship, life would become much easier for you in future in understanding economics. So I hope you were clear with this. If you have any doubts, please feel free to ask me, and I would like each one of you to practice this. Practice these two things. One, put total, marginal and average. Try to put some values. Then the second step is try to see this relationship, that draw these arrows. If marginal increases, total increases at an increasing rate. If marginal is constant, this may or may not happen commonly, the total will increase at a constant rate. When marginal falls but it is still positive, the total increases at a decreasing rate. When marginal becomes 0, the total becomes constant. When marginal is negative, the total starts declining. And then average, the moment the marginal increases, the average moves, but it moves gradual. When marginal remains constant, average will try to become constant, but because this is a mathematical phenomena, that if marginal was at 7, average was at 5, if marginal remains to 7, average will slightly go up because still it was much lower, right? So that's the only change, but otherwise it will become constant, close to constant. When marginal falls, the average falls slowly. When marginal becomes 0, average still keeps falling slowly, and when it becomes negative, the average falls. And then the third thing that I want, so this is the second step, and the third I want is you to understand these diagrams, the graphical representation, that how does it move. So what I told you is, if this is increasing slope at a constant rate, something like this, what we have discussed, this is increase at a increasing rate, and this is increase at a decreasing rate. So here it is increasing at an increasing rate, it is increased at a constant rate, and it is increased at a decreasing rate. If you understand these, you will be able to draw better graphs. और जब ये प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगी तो जैसे मैंने रैंडमली अपने हाथ से ड्रॉ किया है, आप भी इस पूरी चीज को ड्रॉ कर पाएंगे. And so let me just show you the last example again. You can practice this like this. Draw these arrows, right? Show that marginal is increasing. When marginal is increasing, the total is increasing at an increasing rate. Then average would also increase gradually, right? And then from this point, so this is how it is going. And then from this point, you can show the marginal declining. So you can show that average goes up, and then from this point it starts gradually declining. But since marginal was started becoming constant, the total would have started increasing at a constant rate, and when marginal declined, the total increased at a decreasing rate. The point where marginal was 0, the total was its peak, and then total starts declining. So this is total, this is average, this is the marginal, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, this is zero. Labeling plays a very important role, and these are, you could show them here as units. So I'm just calling it n, units, and here this is the total, marginal and average values for the nth term. So I hope this was clear to you all. If you understand this relationship between total, marginal and average, you understand that marginal analysis will require this, and then you'll be able to understand all the subsequent topics with much more ease in future. I hope this was all right. So these are the units of analysis. These are the tools and units of analysis which help you in understanding economics concepts and tools to take better decisions related to all business decisions that we'll talk about in future. यहाँ तक clear हो गया? So कल हम managerial economics के फिर objectives we have discussed. We'll start with demand, with utility and other concepts. All right?
Yes, sir.
Any queries? Any doubts? I hope you will practice this and revise this, and I'll try to share somehow these recordings through a link soon with you. मैं उसको कल upload करके कोशिश करूँगा कि आपको ये links भी मिल जाएं. Okay?
What time tomorrow, sir?
As of now, if everything stays well, we would again connect at 4 o'clock, right? But in case there is some contingency which is going on, I would inform you well in advance. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a nice day. And probably I'll share a small assignment with you all, and just brainstorm. It is based on the economic profit concept that we had talked about, and how that simple analysis can be used in real business sense, in real understanding the real business scenario. That is what I'll share with you. जितनी भी समझ आती है करने की कोशिश करना, and then I'll discuss that once I have seen how much have you been able to, apply common sense and practicality to that assignment. So I'll share that small assignment with you tomorrow or today evening, and then go through it, take a couple of days and upload your answers. And once you've uploaded, I'll share a link also where you have to upload, and then we'll discuss these that case study with you, right? So all the very best. Have a nice day and hope to see you tomorrow.
सर आप
हाँ बोलिए somebody is
इकोनॉमिक प्रॉफिट पे
एक मिनट पहले बाकी लोग को बोलो म्यूट होने के लिए. Some there is a lot of feedback. Just a moment. Who was asking this question? Yeah ना
शिवम दिस साइड.
हाँ शिवम बोलो.
सर आपने कहा कि असाइनमेंट इकोनॉमिक प्रॉफिट पे बेस होगा, और आपने एक और चीज बताई तो वाली मिस हो गई. इस पे बेस होगा असाइनमेंट?
हाँ, मैंने ये कहा है कि ये जो इकोनॉमिक प्रॉफिट का कॉन्सेप्ट मैंने बताया ना, ये बेसिकली किससे निकल के आया? अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट के कॉन्सेप्ट से. यस है ना? बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट का कॉन्सेप्ट से ही हमने इकोनॉमिक प्रॉफिट के कॉन्सेप्ट को पढ़ा कि इकोनॉमिक प्रॉफिट जो हैं वो अकाउंटिंग प्रॉफिट से ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं, और इकोनॉमिक प्रॉफिट दिखाता है कि फर्म कितना एफिशिएंटली परफॉर्म कर रही है उस इंडस्ट्री में या उस एरिया में. तो इसी प्रिंसिपल पे बेस्ड, ये तो थ्योरी पढ़ाई, मैंने आपको कॉन्सेप्ट समझा दिया, लेकिन रियल लाइफ में ये कहाँ अप्लाई होता है वो दिखाने के लिए जो मैंने आपको एक एग्जांपल दिखाया था ना, जैसे ऑटोमोबाइल्स कंपनीज वर्सेस आईटी कंपनीज. सो व्हाट आई एम डूइंग इज आई विल शेयर अ वेरी स्मॉल असाइनमेंट, वो मैंने खुद बनाई हुई है. इट्स इंडिजिनसली मेड असाइनमेंट. आई वुड अपलोड दैट ऑन व्हाट्सएप टू यू विद उसी असाइनमेंट में इंस्ट्रक्शन भी होंगे और नीचे एक अपलोडिंग का लिंक भी होगा. जितना भी आप लोगों को समझ आए, ज़रूरी नहीं है सबको, हो सकता है बहुत अच्छे से समझ आ जाए, आप खुद ही सॉल्व कर दो, हो सकता है कुछ लोगों को समझ ना आए, तो आप पहले उसको एनालाइज कर लेना. नेक्स्ट क्लास में थ्योरी पढ़ाने के बाद मैं उस असाइनमेंट को डिस्कस करूँगा. जब वो असाइनमेंट आपको समझ आ जाएगी फिर आप उसको सॉल्व करके उस लिंक पर अपलोड कर देंगे, राइट? तो अभी आई विल डिस्कस इट फर्स्ट, बट मैं क्लास में सुनना चाहूँगा कि आपका लॉजिक क्या है. दैट्स व्हाट आई से.
ठीक है, थैंक यू फॉर रिपीटिंग सर.
यू आर वेलकम. नो इश्यूज, आई एम देयर फॉर यू ऑल. राइट, हैव अ नाइस डे, ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट, टेक केयर, गॉड ब्लेस यू.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.